Hello and welcome to my second custom tactics video of FC24. This one is a big one because of course FUT Champs has just been played out, and let me give you a bit of backstory on my FUT Champs on this account with this team. So I started off 5-3, which is very stinky, right? And I was using some tactics. I was using 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which is not the formation to use this year. It's not very good at the moment because of how important wing spam is. I switched into the formation that you're going to see in today's custom tactics, and I got 16-3, all the way from 5-3. So that's how I know these tactics are extremely good. And I guarantee you guys, if you do apply the same things that I'm going to tell you, which I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for the entirety of this video, you will do better in champs, rivals, so on and so forth with these tactics. With that being said though, let's get into them. FC24 has finally dropped, guys, and if you need fast, reliable coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code Viper at checkout for 5% off your order. So we're actually going to do this a bit back to front today, guys. We're going to go through the instructions first, and it's going to be the 4-2-3-1, a formation that hasn't really been my go-to for a few years now, but now it is really back with the way you have to play this game, and maybe a patch changes this. But of course, I will update you on my custom tactics as we go. And I have got another one coming out very soon as well in the 4-3-2-1. Regardless though, guys, 4-2-3-1 is extremely versatile this year. And as you can see with the striker, we've got Marcus Rashford up front here, and he's on stay central and stay forward. I usually put getting behind on my strikers, but in the 4-2-3-1, because you've only got the one striker, getting behind really isn't the play. You need to kind of get the ball into your striker's feet, do a skill move, play it off to one of the wide players, and that is how you're going to work with this formation. Our middle cam is going to be Kvaratskhelia. Now, the big thing about him, he's 5-star, right? And that's very crucial to at least have a 5-star weak foot in this position, because, you know, it's so important that you're able to pass on both feet, especially in this position right here. So you can lay it off to Rafael Leao and Heung-min Son, or your Ram and Lam, whoever they may be, in this formation. And Kvaratskhelia can do that really well. He's got good passing, and he's able to skill whenever I need him to skill as well. He's just on stay forward, which is something that not a lot of people really use. But if you have them on basic defense support, your middle cam, they'll pick up really strange positions. So you want to keep him, or your middle cam, I should say, on stay forward. It could be a her, actually, that you're playing a middle cam. But just make sure you have stay forward on the middle, most important probably player in the team, the playmaker, on stay forward. Our Ram and Lam are both on the same instructions, both on come back on defense and get into box for cross. So come back on defense is just to add a little bit more support for when the wing play is strong, which it really is on this game. And then the get into the box for cross means whoever you're running down the flanks with, whether it be Son or Rafael Leao, the other one is going to be making a run into the box. So you've got an option for a cross there or a cutback. And what I do recommend having on the wide positions here are just raw pace and strength if you can get it. I've got that with Rafael Leao. He is definitely more used out of the two here. And Son is really in this position to kind of cut inside and look for that finesse shot on the playstyle plus. So try and diversify the way you're playing completely with the players you've got in your attack in the 4-2-3-1. Of course, Leao has the playstyle plus of, it's one of the fast ones. I think it's rapid. And it just means he speeds up like crazy. And of course, he's got a big framing game, nice and tall, really fast, good dribbling and okay passing, which means he's really good for the cutbacks and getting into the box to win a header or to finish regardless. And then Son, as I said to you, is very important for the finesse shots. Just to add a bit of diversity in there. And you've got the 5-star Kvaratskhelia, which is more diversity. And then Rashford is quite an interesting one because he's 5-star skills and he's quite tall, so he's quite good in the air. And of course, the skills do really help in that position. Guys, so as we move on to the two CDMs, now something that probably a lot of people are telling you on custom tactics, which is wrong this year, is cover center. Cover center you don't want to use on your CDMs or on your midfielders this year at all, because if you cover center, you are leaving your fullbacks one-on-one against cutbacks and wing play. So having it on cover wing will really help you kind of deal with the wing play. Of course, as you can see here, we've got like a little triangle of defensive opportunities here with Leao, Guimaraes and Kyle Walker. Because they're going to be able to kind of triple team the winger, it works really well. And similar with De Bruyne, Son and Hernandez, which we'll get into shortly, why they're both on stay while attacking the fullbacks. But De Bruyne is meant to be able to go forward. He's got the incisive pass play style plus. He's got good passing stats as well, of course, another good passing play styles. You want to allow one of your CDMs to push forward a little bit and almost create a 5 in attack sometimes, and make sure this person, whoever it is, has at least a 4-star weak foot and has good passing stats and play styles, because it's so important on this game. Bruno Guimaraes is actually really good for it as well in terms of, you know, passing the ball. He's sitting very deep on that stable while attacking. That's all we've got on him. And he has got the long ball play style, which is very good, really deep. Then runs in behind from Liao and Son once again. So it's very important to set up your teams in certain ways, and we've got this set up very nicely in the defensive positions here. As I said, just allow one of your players to go forward here and almost create a 5 in attack, and Guimaraes, or whoever your CDM is, let them stay back and ping the ball from deep. Kyle Walker and Tio Hernandez, both of our fullbacks, are both on steroid while attacking. And this is an important part as well, guys. If you've got complete dominance on a game, or the person you're playing against doesn't really like going down the wing, press up and left and right on the D-pad, and you can get these two bombing up the pitch as well to provide even more support. So what you could essentially have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in attack on counter attacks, and then you have, well, for me, I have Tomori, Virgil and Guimaraes sitting back. And Guimaraes is actually very important. This CDM spot right here is going to be crucial for you. I really do recommend you look for someone that has long ball pass here, and they can really spray the ball very nicely. But those are the instructions and the formation. Let's now get into the custom tactics. So guys, as we move into the custom tactics, you're going to notice here once again that I've gone for balanced on the defensive style. Now, I really like press after possession loss at the moment. It's just too aggressive for this game right now. It's just too aggressive. You'll get balls in behind constantly, and it's really difficult to deal with. So balance is what you're going to want to go for here. Pressure on heavy touch is really nice as well. Width on the defensive style here is going to be 50. Now, my explanation is always the same for this. You go too high on this, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get done through the center against narrow formations. You go too low on this, and then you're dealing with even more wing spam. So be very careful. Have this on basic 50 every single time, so you don't get hit from either of them two things. It is really broken if you drop this down below 50. You might even want to push it up to like 60 if you're dealing with a big wing spammer, but I like 50 so I can deal with both things, you know. So the narrow formations don't really bother me, and nor do the wide ones. The wide ones will still bother you with 50, but you know, that's just because the game's quite broken at the moment. 71 depth is crucial, guys. This almost creates a press after possession loss, but it's just from your midfield. Your midfield is so tight to the opposition all the time, it's really hard to find passes, and that's why I recommend someone like Bruno Guimaraes in your CDM spot, because they can pick up the ball and they can knock it long and find a really good pass. Everybody's using this now. Make sure you have this on. It really creates a press in the midfield, and it is very overpowered and needs a patch desperately, and it will get patched soon, which means we'll drop our depth down. But for right now, make sure you have 71 depth on. Fast build up and direct passing for the build up play and chance creation. Fast build up allows you to counter really fast, allows your players to move into good positions very quickly, and then the direct passing means you have to be on your toes to find the right passes very quickly during the fast build up. And yes, this is very aggressive. Yes, you have to have good reactions to play this. I would always say keep the fast build up on, but you can change this to balanced or forward runs if it's too much for you. Direct passing just works an absolute treat for me though. Test it out, and if you feel like it's too fast and aggressive, put that just onto balance and you'll be fine. But fast build up is great for counter attacking all the time, and direct passing works in tandem really well with the fast build up if you can get used to it. Width on the attacking side of things is going to be 65. Once again, you know, we've talked about it a lot already in this video, but the wing spam is crazy on this game, and you're going to also want to play into that. If you come up against a woman at fullback and you've got Rafael Leao, Rashford, or any of them kind of fast, strong players on the wing, it will absolutely destroy down that side, and I'll be able to get down to the byline and look for the cutback every single time. So having this width a little bit higher is very crucial to get the most out of the wing spam. Players in the box, I've gone for 6. Once again, wing spam, we're talking about it again here. Very good for kind of, you know, looking for that cutback once again once you've done the byline. Lots of players in the box for you to aim at, which does usually grant you of a goal most times. So 6 is the sweet spot here for me. And corners and free kicks is kind of up to you. I like to have the corners on 2 because I've got somebody sitting quite deep just around the D area, so I can look for the Trivela shot when I want to. If you don't care about Trivelas, you don't know how to do them, put this up to 3 and look for the option, the focal point in the box to win the header. Free kicks is entirely up to you. I'm not going to tell you anything with that because there is no point. And that, guys, is custom tactics and instructions. I just want to quickly go through why this works so well and why it's important to have the certain players in the certain positions. Fullbacks, of course, you need pace and power. Now, there is an argument to be made that these two aren't the best at passing and you might want better passes here. The issue is there's not too many good passing fullbacks that are quick on this game. One of the only ones I can think of off the top of my head is Marcus Llorente. Of course, he's a midfielder playing in right back, so you might want to go for him at right back if you can. And left back, really, there isn't too many options. We'll take a look now real quick. I genuinely think there isn't too many options for left back in terms of good passes, other than the really expensive one. Rolfo's a good one, but she's a bit slow. Basher's a nice one, and so is Kachawi. João Cancelo's too slow. Robertson's too slow. This is the issue we have, guys. A lot of these players here are too slow to offer you both things. Davies is amazing at defending because he's so quick, but his passing, again, really isn't too good. So your options are you either go for complete pace and power, or you go for someone who's a little bit slower and has better passing. I think Batcher's a great option. She's got really nice passing there, and so does Kachawi, really. But for me personally, guys, I kind of value the pace and the power a little bit more than the passing, because I'm just going to pass the ball inside to De Bruyne or Guimaraes and then look to my wide players. Defenders, you just want strength and pace, as we've got an abundance here with Virgil and Tomori. And as I was saying about Bruno Guimaraes, he is the man that sits deep. He has got some great play styles for you sitting deep as well. Incisive pass is amazing. Long ball pass is so good with a CDM. It's unbelievable. Flair doesn't really matter. Press proven is quite good. And Trevella, if you ever get the opportunity to, is really nice as well. That's why he's on the right-hand side of the 4-2-3-1 in CDM, so he can, if he ever gets the opportunity to, go forward and do the Trevellas. And Kevin De Bruyne, as you can see here, great play styles. Incisive pass plus, which is absolutely amazing. Ping pass is awesome too. Long ball pass, which we've already talked about in detail. And whip pass is really nice as well. And De Bruyne is great for that position. 5-star on Kvaratskhelia, 5-star on Rashford. Nice and tall and strong as well. Same with Leao, other than the 5-star skill moves. And Son just for the finesse shots. I hope I've explained this well, guys. I hope you have watched until the end as well, because it's very important to explain why the players are in the positions they're in. And if you do use this formation, if it does work for you, leave a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to see my video. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.